Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtike. We are reading from Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 12, Chapter 13, The Glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, text number 13. So today being the auspicious occasion of Bhadra-Purnima, on which day Sri Parikshit Maharaj went back home, back to Godhead, there is a benediction, and this particular verse offers that benediction. We are going to discuss about this verse. Praushthapadyam Paurnamasyam Hema Simha Samanvitam Dadati yo Bhagavatam Sayati Paramam Gatim. Praushthapadyam Paurnamasyam Hema Simha Samanvitam Dadati yo Bhagavatam Sayati Paramam Gatim. Praushthapadyam Paurnamasyam Hema Simha Samanvitam Dadati yo Bhagavatam Sayati Paramam Gatim. Yes. Mataji's words, word to word meaning, translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Praushthapadyam, in the month of Bhadra, this month that's going on. Paurnamasyam, on the full moon day, that's today, upon a golden throne, Hema Simha, upon a golden throne, that's here, both sides. Samanvitam, seated. Dadati, gives as a gift. Yaha, who? Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. Saha, he. Yati, goes. Paramam, to the Supreme. Gatim, destination. If on the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, one places Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne and gives it as a gift, he will attain the supreme transcendental destination. Purport. One should place Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne because it is the king of all literature. On the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, the sun, which is compared to this king of literatures, is present in the constellation Leo and looks as if raised up on a royal throne. According to astrology, the sun is said to be exalted in the sign of Leo. Thus, one may unreservedly worship Srimad Bhagavatam, the supreme divine scripture. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yutappadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamsha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhesha Kripa Sindhubheva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna. So today is a very auspicious occasion of Sri Bhadra-Purnima festival, and for ISKCON followers it's also special festival, and for Gaudiya followers also it's a very significant festival. Today happens to be the appearance day of Srimad Bhagavatam. Today is the day when Vishwarup, the elder brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took sannyas. There are two opinions Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gives. And third, for ISKCON followers, today is the day when His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, the savior of the whole world, who accepted sannyas. So it's a very significant day, and on this auspicious occasion, I have been asked to speak on these three topics. So before I commence my discussion, I beg the blessings of His Grace Brajahari Prabhu, Gokuleshwar Prabhu, and all the assembled Vaishnavas over here, and also of those devotees who are listening me online on YouTube and who will be listening me afterwards. Hare Krishna. So, as we know the scenario of Parikshit Maharaj, in which condition he heard Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam. And as we read in the beginning of the 10th canto, first chapter, verses number 4 and 5, he says, Santana bijam kuru pandavanam, draunastra viplushtam idam madangam. My body, which was destroyed by Brahmastra of Draunya, that is Ashwathama, but somehow or other Krishna saved, that same Krishna who saved my forefathers, my Pitamaha, Pitamaha me samare amarenjaye. Krishna saved my grandfathers in that huge, ferocious battle of Kurukshetra. And at the end of the battle, I was also saved by same Krishna. Our acharyas explain, in this way, Parikshit Maharaj was feeling obliged. He was feeling gratitude toward Krishna because Krishna saved not only himself but his whole dynasty from so many dangerous situations. And in this way, the 10th canto begins. It goes to show how much Parikshit Maharaj was grateful to Lord Krishna, and it also proves that he must have heard so many pastimes of Krishna over and over, again and again. As we read in the 9th canto, Srila Shukadeva Goswami says, Parikshit Maharaj, you have already heard so much about Lord Ramachandra. So I will explain in brief about Lord Ramachandra. So Parikshit Maharaj was not only listening in those 7 days, he was already, all the time he was hearing about the glorious pastimes of Krishna. And just to glorify Srimad Bhagavatam and to make it available for the people in general, those who are already sinful in this Kali Yuga, for them, Parikshit Maharaj was used by Krishna as an instrument. As we read towards the end of the first canto, when Parikshit Maharaj goes in the forest for hunting, there the word appears, Yadruchaya. This word Yadruchaya appears again and again in the Srimad Bhagavatam. In the case of Chitraketu Maharaj, in the case of Gajendra we see. So that Yadruchaya is Lord's desire. It's the desire, Ichha of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So herein we find the contrast, apparent contrast. Sri Parikshit Maharaj was saved in the womb of his mother. I believe it is one of the most precarious conditions of human lives or anybody's lives. And in that situation, Krishna comes or appears within the womb of Mother Uttara, and he saved Parikshit Maharaj. And towards the end of Parikshit Maharaj's life, everybody was curious. That same Vishnurat, one who was saved by Lord Vishnu in the womb of his mother, how that Lord Vishnu is going to save that same devotee now after the curse of Shringi, the son of Shamik Rishi. How that Lord Narayana, Vishnu or Krishna will appear to save this great devotee, one who was being saved in the womb of his mother. And that's why we find when Parikshit Maharaj retired on the bank of Mother Ganga, that time so many great Rishis, Viprarshis, Maharshis, Brahmarshis, Rajarshis as well as Devarshis appeared there. How Krishna will save this great devotee? And as we see in the case of his mother also, She was also not attached to Parikshit Maharaj on bodily platform. When this Bhagavatam was spoken, thereafter Shukadeva Goswami departed, and thereafter she comes to Parikshit Maharaj and she asks, "My dear son, what did you learn in these 7 days? Please explain to me." And she heard the entire Srimad Bhagavatam in summary. Srila Sanatana Goswami has compiled that discussion in the form of Brihad Bhagavatamrita. So we see this transcendental family, specifically Mother Uttara and Parikshit Maharaj, they are so absorbed in Krishna consciousness, specifically hearing the Krishna Katha. So assembled Vaishnavas, they were eager to see how Parikshit Maharaj will be saved. And Parikshit Maharaj is taking shelter of Krishna Katha. He was not bothered about Takshak. As he says, Tammopayatum pratiyanto vipra gangam cha devi dhruta chittam ishe dvijopasrishtah kuhakas takshako va dashatvalam gayata vishnu gatha. I do not know what the magical creature that has been created by the Shringi, whether it is Takshaka or anybody else or anything else, let it come and bite me and take my life away. But, O Brahmanas, please continue your Vishnu Gatha, the glorious pastimes of Lord Vishnu. That was his firm determination. And somebody may have a question, by just doing like this, you will not go back to Godhead. Then he goes ahead and he gives another, his understanding of hearing Krishna Katha. He says, Punascha bhuyat bhagavati anante ratih prasangascha tadashrayeshu mahatsuyam yam upayami sreshtim maitrastu sarvatra namo dvijebhya. My dear Brahmanas, my dear Vaishnavas, my only desire is to become completely attached to Lord Ananta. And second desire is to become attached to those devotees who are attached to Lord Ananta. And my third desire is to become friendly with all the living entities. Even though I may not be able to go back to Godhead, go back home back to Godhead, I may have to stay here in this material world. So this is the formula to live in this material world. Parikshit Maharaj gives there. Punascha bhuyat bhagavati ananta. Complete attachment towards the lotus feet of Lord Ananta. Second, complete attachment to his devotees. And third, in this material world, everybody is not a pure devotee. Some are mixed devotees, some are practicing devotees, some are sadhakas, and mostly are atheists. So we should have friendly relationship with other people. That's what Parikshit Maharaj says. Maitrastu sarvatra namo dvijabhya sarvatra. That's the formula which Parikshit Maharaj gives. And thereafter, Srila Shukadeva Goswami appears on the scene, to whom Parikshit Maharaj asks, Atah pruchami samsiddhim yoginam paramam gurum purushasya yat karyam mriyamanasya sarvatha. My dear Gurudev, yoginam paramam gurum, you are the guru or param guru of yogis. What is the prime duty of a person who is about to die? And thereafter Shukadeva Goswami starts with second canto, Vari yaneshate prashna krutam loka hitam rupa. Your question was for the benediction or benefit of the people in general. It was not only for yourself. And he goes ahead and Srimad Bhagavatam starts, Tatmat Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Hari. In this way. So, Sri Parikshit Maharaj was the emperor of the entire universe, entire world, earthly planet. And when he heard the curse, thereafter he could have retaliated, but he didn't retaliate. Therein, Suta Goswami says, even if a devotee is cursed or killed or insulted, he will not retaliate for his own personal sake. He will consider this as Krishna's mercy. So Parikshit Maharaj followed that principle and he did not retaliate that curse of Shringi. And he accepted that as Krishna's grace. And he immediately enthroned his son Janmejaya as the next emperor and he retired on the bank of the Ganges near Shuktal. And thereafter, it's proven that how much determined was Parikshit Maharaj to accept Krishna's mercy in the form of reversals. This material life is like that only. Padam 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 yat vipadamna tesham. There are many things which are beyond our control. Almost everything is beyond our control. First of all, our body is beyond our control. Otherwise, why we are, again and again facing so many diseases and so many problems? Our mind, of course, it's beyond our control, as well as our subordinates. They may appear under our control, but they are also beyond our control. And then our near and dear ones, our family members, they are also beyond our control. There is only some hallucination that they are under our control. Then our kinsmen, then our family members, then our society members, then our statesmen, then our country people, and then the whole humanity. Actually, everything is beyond our control. There is some kind of illusion that everything is under my control, at least my own domain. It's under my control. It's all hallucination and imagination. That's why in the 4th chapter of the 2nd canto it is said, Atmajaya sutagaro pashu dravina bandhushu rajye cha vikalam nityam virudhan mamatam jaho. Parikshit Maharaj, everybody has 8 attachments, 8. And Parikshit Maharaj, in one stroke, he cut off all of them. Atma means one's own body, Atma Jaya, then wife, second attachment. Third is Suta, Atma Jaya Suta. Parikshit Maharaj had all 8. Atma Jaya Suta Agara, house, a flat, 1 BHK, 2 BHK, whatever it is. Atma Jaya Suta Agara Pashu, the vehicle, Innova, Krishna, BMW, whatever it may be currently. Atma Jaya Suta Agara Pashu Dravina. To maintain everything, you require drava, you require money. Atma Jaya Suta Agara Pashu Dravina Bandhushu. And just that is not enough. You need some friends and relatives to show them off. See how much I own. I have this beautiful wife, I have these children, I have such huge bungalow, I have this car, and I have this much of money. So only if you have this much, it's not so happiness. You need some people to show them off. That's what happens in the marriages, So then, Pashu Dravina Bandhushu, Rajyecha. How many it happened? You have counted? 7. And then 8th is Rajya, one's own domain. I am the manager, or I am the in charge, and I control this department, and I control that department, I control the temple, I control this new bhakta, or I control the ashram, I control the finance department, I control this temple, like that. This is regarding devotee scenario, but outside also everybody has this problem. The daughter-in-law considers at least kitchen is under my control, at least this section is under my control. Everybody feels their own domain to be their own Rajya. So every person has these 8 attachments in this material world. And Parikshit Maharaj in one stroke, finish. He cut off all together and he surrendered at the lotus feet of the devotees, specifically Srila Shukdev Goswami Maharaj. And it is mentioned there, it is only possible by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is only possible by His mercy. And specifically the brahmacharis, out of these 8, they have only one attachment. They don't have wife, they don't have children, there is no question of their having own apartment or house, there is no question of personal car, The brahmacharis have one attachment, that is their body. That's why you find the young brahmacharis also, they will be always moaning, back pain, knee pain, this pain, indigestion, because they have very small single problem and that will be highlighted in their lives. The same problems might be there with the grahasthas, but they have so many other big problems, the minor problems, they don't pay any attention to that. So Shri Parikshit Maharaj, he was such a great devotee that Krishna appeared to save him in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Just a small study about Uttara Devi, mother of Parikshit Maharaj. When she married with Abhimanyu, she was only a teenager. When Abhimanyu died in the Kurukshetra, Chakravyuha, he was 16-year-old. And according to Vedic traditions, the wife used to be younger than husband. So she must be lesser than 16 years, na? Around 15 somewhere. So after they were detected, the Pandavas were detected from the incognito Agyatavas. After that, 6 months, there was a war. Kurukshetra, huge, ferocious war. It continued for 18 days. So just imagine the age of Uttara Devi. She married around 15 years. She must be around 15 or less than that. And after that 6 months or somewhere like that, she was less than 16 years old. And that Kurukshetra battle continued for 18 days. On the first day, she lost her brother Uttar. After 2-3 days, she lost her second brother. And after 4-5 days, Dronacharya killed her father, Virat. Okay. Her entire Maika finished. Then her past tense was finished. And then the current, present tense, which she was supposed to live with, that is her husband. Abhimanyu was killed mercilessly. He was butchered by so many Maharathis. So just remember, within 18 days, your age doesn't grow so suddenly. Within 18 days, you are only of the same age almost. Around 15 years somewhere. At the age of 15 years, she lost her 2 brothers and father. At the same time, her husband also. She was supposed to go sati, enter into the fire with her husband, but she was carrying a baby, Parikshit Maharaj. So she did not enter the fire. And she was hoping to give birth to that child and live for him. On the last day, 18th day, Parikshit Maharaj was in her womb. At that time, the son of Dronacharya, he released Brahmastra. And he killed Parikshit Maharaj. Just try to understand the psychological condition of Mother Uttara. Just try to understand. She is only 15-year-old, huh? She is only 15-year-old. And at that time, if you read the first canto, the 8th chapter, Prayers of Queen Kunti, prior to that, Purvardha of the 8th chapter describes about Uttara Devi, how she surrenders to Krishna. Pahi pahi mahayogin deva deva jagatpate. Hey Jagatpate Krishna, pahi pahi, please protect my Garbhankur, the embryo. And that time, Krishna enters her womb and protects Parikshit Maharaj. Mother Uttara's plight, just try to understand how much, agonizing pain she must be feeling at that time. 2 brothers died, father died, husband died, even the son is being attacked. And she is only 15-year-old teenager. Prior to that, she was playing with dolls when Pandavas were staying in her kingdom. Just imagine her condition. But still her devotion to Lord Krishna did not reduce or did not decrease in those difficulties. And thereafter, Krishna saved Parikshit Maharaj. And as we read in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Pandavas, they continued their kingdom. And when the Pandavas learned that Krishna has disappeared, Vanchitoham Maharaja Harina Bandhurupina, when Arjuna gives that information that Krishna has went back to Godhead, that time Yudhishthira Maharaj enthrones Parikshit Maharaj as the emperor of the world and he goes. And now Parikshit Maharaj is at his own prime youth. Mother Uttara was feeling very happy to see him as the emperor, and suddenly this curse comes upon him. Within 7 days, your son will die out of snake bite. Just imagine her mental condition. A mother's young son is the emperor of the world, and at his prime youth, he is cursed to die. So that goes to show the greatness of Mother Uttara. And thereafter also, she thanked Krishna. Not only thanked Krishna, she heard Krishna Katha from Parikshit Maharaj at the fag end of Parikshit Maharaj's life. Shukdev Goswami has left. At any given time, Takshat would have come and beaten Parikshit Maharaj. During that gap, that span of time, she heard Krishna Katha. She did not blame Krishna. That's her greatness. And it is said that Uttara Devi was given long life. And it was Uttara Devi under whose supervision Vrindavan Dham was established with the help of Shandilya Rishi and Vajranabh. Vajranabh established all those deities. He would carve those deities and show it to Uttara Devi, and she would say, yes, yes, this is Madan Mohan, this is Gopinath, this is Govinda Dev. And Shandilya Rishi was also there to confirm, but it was majorly the role of Uttara Devi. And in this way, all the deities of Vrindavan that we see, ancient deities, they were established under the guidance of Uttara Devi and Shandilya Rishi. And they were established by Vajranabh, the great grandson of Krishna. And thereafter, these deities were lost, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Shad Goswamis, they discovered all those deities. So in one sense, whatever Vrindavan we are seeing is the mercy of Uttara Devi and Vajranabh and Shandilya Rishi. Thereafter, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his followers. So, this is a very great lesson from mother and son, how to hear Srimad Bhagavatam in every precarious conditions. Jai Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Shri Parikshit Maharaj ki, Shri Uttara Devi ki. There are also two more pastimes that happened today. I'll try to summarize them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Today is Vishwarup Mahotsav. In Chaitanya Bhagavat, Adi Khanda, 7th chapter, 96th verse, in the purport Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur explains that Vishwarup is none other than Bhagavan Shankarshan, Lord Sankarshan, Mool Sankarshan. So, he is Moola Sankarshan, and from him emanate all other incarnations. That's what Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur explains. He is Balaram himself, and he appeared in the womb of Mother Sachi. Again, now trying to understand, we will understand the situation of Mother Sachi. Before Vishwarup appeared, she gave birth to 8 children, and they died immediately after their birth. It's very interesting. We see Devaki, she also gave birth to 6 children, and they were killed mercilessly by Kansa. And here Mother Sachi also, she gave birth to 8 children, and all of them, they died prematurely. It's not so easy to become parents of Lord Krishna. Apparently it seems very easy, very nice, but it's very difficult. And thereafter she gives birth to Vishwarup. He is Balaram himself. He is none other than Mool Sankarshan. He was very beautiful. He was very beautiful. He had long curly hair. His broad kapol forehead was very fortunate. He had petal-like lotus petal-like, eyes which were practically touching to his ears. And his nose was raised. And he had lips like bimba fruit. He had long arms which were stretched or elongated near to his knees, and he wore very beautiful garland. He was exactly like Balaram. Every day, this Vishwarup, he would associate with Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, Chandrasekhar Acharya, all these devotees, they would do Harinam, Harikatha throughout the day, almost throughout the night. And every day Vishwarup would go to their association and he would associate with them. It was Mother Sachi, sometimes she would send this Nimai dressed with 4 directions, ornamented with Raj of Navadip Dham. He would go and call Vishwarup. Mother is calling for lunch or dinner, whatever it is. And then hardly he would come. Otherwise, all the time he would associate with Advaita Acharya. And seeing his engrossed nature in Krishna Katha and Krishna Nam, Jagannath Mishra started preparing for his marriage. It's a regular problem. Started, looking for some girls like that. And when Vishwarup heard about this discussion, that his parents were discussing about his marriage, all of a sudden, Vishwarup left home and he disappeared. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he says, he gives 2 possibilities. So the day when he left home, that was Bhadra-Purnima. And some devotees also give this possibility, the day when he took sannyas, that was also Bhadra-Purnima. And some devotees also give this possibility. The third possibility is also given by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He says that this is the day when he merged into the body of Lord Vittalnath in Pandharpur. This Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur mentions in Chaitanya Bhagavat, 7th chapter. Therein he mentions one of his purports. So Vishwarup, he left his home in the year 1491, according to Gaudiya Vaishnava Abhidhan, and he went to Kashi. In Kashi, there was a great personality named Krishna Bharati, and he accepted sannyas from him, and his name became Shankararanya. And he traveled everywhere. He never returned. Just try to understand the situation of Mother Sachi. She has lost her 8 children and the eldest son. He also disappeared. And this Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata were very much feeling sorrow, and they were very much feeling pain in their heart because of separation from these children. That time Nima, he says, Bhala haila Vishwarupa sannyasa karila, matrukula pitrukula duyi uddharila. It was very nice that Vishwarup took sannyas. He has delivered both the lines, parents, like mother's family as well as father's family. He has delivered both of them. And he gives promise there to his parents. I will not take sannyas. Mother, my dear father, I will stay home. I will get married and I will serve both of you. It's written in Chaitanya Bhagavat, you will find it there. And we see just contrast to his own promise to his parents. Taktva sudustyaja surepsita raja lakshmin dharmishta aryavachasam yadagadharanyam mayamrigam dayitam ipsitam anavadhavat vande mahapurushate charanara vindam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu broke his own promise which he had given to his parents, that I will not take sannyas, I will marry and I will stay home to serve you. Although he married, but he didn't stay home much longer time. He took sannyas for whom? Maya mrugam dayitam ipsitam anvadhavat, for you and me, who are trying to search happiness in this Maya mrugam, Maya Nagari, Mumbai or anywhere else. We are trying to search happiness, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. He broke his own promise to his parents. As one Acharya says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave up the association and attachment for his most loving devotees for those people who were envious of him. We The conditioned living entities are always enemies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the Lord sacrificed His most loving devotees like Mother Sachi, Vishnu Priya, Srivas Thakur and other devotees. So Nimai, he glorified his elder brother for his taking sannyas. And thereafter, Shankararanya Swami, he travels all over India and he settles in Pandharpur. Srila Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 9th chapter, verses 299 and 300. Prabhupada writes there. And in that section, it is said when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Pandharpur, therein he got the association of Sri Rangapuri, the divine disciple of Madhvendra Puri. And Sri Rangapuri gives this information. Ei Tirthe, in this holy place of Pandharpur, Shankararanya Swami achieved, he entered Samadhi. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says Shankararanya Swami, that is Vishwarup, entered the body of Lord Vithala himself because he is non-different than Lord Vithala. Prabhupada also speaks about Shankararanya, that is Vishwarup, in the Adi Lila 10th chapter, the branches of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, verse number 106, purport. Prabhupada writes there. So his Sankarshan, Mula Sankarshan, his Balaram, he gives strength to sadhakas, the practicing devotees, how to do our sadhana bhakti very strongly. So we should pray. And it is mentioned by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also. Anybody who hears this pastimes of Vishwarup taking sannyas, that person will not have any kind of material bondage. He will be liberated from all the ties of family life and material obligations. Sri Vishwarup Bhagavan ki, Sri Shankararanya Swami ki. Now Srila Prabhupada's accepting sannyas. It's a very heart-touching story and pastime. It's very purifying. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Many of you must have heard or read from Srila Prabhupada Leelamrut and many other great Prabhupada disciples how Srila Prabhupada was being instructed by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur to preach this message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the English language to the Western world. And thereafter Prabhupada was just considering how to execute this instruction, how to follow this instruction. In the year 1922, he was given this instruction, and in the year 1933, he was initiated. In the year 1944, he started the Back to Godhead magazine, and in the year 1955, he left home. 11 years gap. And we know the pastime, how Prabhupada left home. He had written commentary to he has written his Bhaktivedanta purports to Bhagavad-gita. Actually, this Bhaktivedanta title was honorary title by seeing Srila Prabhupada's great knowledge of Vedic scriptures, his understanding of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy, and his mature preaching style, which was very convincing to people. So considering all these attributes of Srila Prabhupada, Gaudiya devotees, the seniors, they had rewarded Srila Prabhupada, or then Abhay Charana Arvinda Das, with the title Bhakti Vedanta. So some devotees, they would call him as Bhakti Vedanta Prabhu at that time, or some other devotees would call him Abhay Charan Prabhu, something like that. And he had written his Bhaktivedanta purports, and he had gone to South India for sponsorship of printing those purports. Meanwhile, his wife, she had sold those manuscripts for some rupees to exchange with some biscuits, as we know the pastime. And Prabhupada comes and he asks, "You want tea or me?" What did Prabhupada replied? She thought Prabhupada is just joking. And she said, tea. Prabhupada said, all right. And then he left. And then he left, never to return. Thereafter it is said that he stayed with some local Gaudiya Mutt. And he got one deity of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You know which is that deity? That is Mayapur Chandra. If you go to Mayapur, Prabhupada's house is there, Prabhupada's quarters are there, in the Lotus building. Today also he is there. The Lord is still there in the room of Prabhupada, and Prabhupada was worshipping. Prabhupada got that deity there, and thereafter he came to Mathura with that Mayapur Chandra. Actually, this our Mayapur Chandrodaya temple is named after him, Mayapur Chandrodaya. It's a very beautiful deity. And Prabhupada, along with Mayapur Chandra, he came to Mathura. So before that also, Prabhupada was trying many times to leave his home, but it was not so possible for Prabhupada. Actually, it doesn't show Prabhupada's attachment. It shows Prabhupada's responsible behavior. He was not whimsical. Prabhupada was very responsible toward his family and towards his children. And many times his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he appeared in his dream and ordered him to take sannyas. And Prabhupada would relate to his disciples, it was a very horrible dream. My Guru Maharaj was ordering me to take sannyas. For Prabhupada, taking sannyas means a very big responsibility. And that's why he was, in the initial days, he was reluctant. And he was mainly focusing on going to the Western world and preaching and printing the books. Several times he approached his senior god brothers like Kunjada, Kunj Bihari. But in Bengali, lovingly they would call him Kunjada. Later on he became Bhakti Vilas Tirtha Maharaj, the in charge of Chaitanya Gaudiya Mutt. He approached him and he told him that my Guru Maharaj told me to print books and go to the Western world and preach. So can you please help me? Bhakti Vilas Tirth Maharaj, he told him, okay, we'll consider about this. You can come and stay with us. We will give you proper accommodation and other facilities. You may write some books. Our editorial board will scrutinize those books and will consider about preaching them. As far as concerned, you are going to America or the Western world, we'll think about it. But you will have to abide by the rules and regulations by our temple or matha, Chaitanya Mutt. Then only we'll consider this. So Srila Prabhupada started thinking, when that day will come, I will go there, I will stay there, I will write some books, then he will consider, I have to find out the sponsorship also and so many things, and then he will award me the sannyas. Already I am so much, aged, like that Prabhupada was considering. Thereafter Prabhupada left him and he came to Mathura. In Mathura, there is Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti founded by Bhakti Pradnyan Keshav Maharaj. He was also senior disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Before that also, Srila Prabhupada was trying, even before taking sannyas, he was trying very much. As we read in Lilamrut in Jhansi, on the day of Akshaya Tritiya, he founded this league of devotees and he was given this bungalow, the mansion of Mr. Munshi, K.M. Munshi. Interestingly, there is some connection with Mr. K.M. Munshi and ISKCON. Because Radha Gopinath Mandir in Chopati, it's also on the 7 km Munshi mark. That Bharati Vidyavahan is built by him only. And that Jhansi temple, Jhansi, that palace was his only. And Srila Prabhupada requested his wife to give that Munshi Bhavan. And Prabhupada made his headquarters there. If you read Lilamrut, you will find it there. And Prabhupada writes there, on the day of Akshaya Tritiya, he registered. Almost the 7 purposes of ISKCON They are similar with League of Devotees. But the wife of Munshi, she was having one friend. Her name was Chandramukhi. And she was running one Mahila Mandal, ladies club. And they had some meeting for the well-being of ladies. And the meeting was organized in that building only. And that lady Chandramukhi, she brought Jwalamukhi for Prabhupada's mission in Jhansi. She thought one idea that we will make this as headquarters. And she requested her friend, the wife of Munshiji. Of course, she agreed with that lady, and thus Prabhupada was deprived of that facility. Just anybody who reads Srila Prabhupada's struggle in Jhansi, in Delhi, Chippiwada, and this sannyas pastime, he has to shed tears, he has to cry. If he doesn't cry, that means tadashma saram rudayam batedam. His heart is a stone heart. So much hard struggle Prabhupada underwent. So thereafter this pastime happened. From thereafter only Prabhupada goes to Calcutta, and then for that Bhagavad-gita manuscripts, and thereafter Prabhupada got this deity of Mayapur Chandra, and then he comes to Mathura. And there Keshav Maharaj, Bhakti Pradnyana Keshav Maharaj, he encouraged him to take sannyas. He did not put so many conditions like Bhakti Vilas Tirth Maharaj. He said, okay, you take sannyas and preach. This is the preaching mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I will give you sannyas. And on the day of Bhadra-Purnima, Vishwarup Mahotsav, on the day when Vishwarup took sannyas or went back home back to Godhead, and the same day, that is today, Srila Prabhupada took sannyas in Keshavji Gaudiya Math of Gaudiya Samiti, Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. The sannyas ceremony was presided over by His Holiness Bhakti Pradnyan Keshav Maharaj. There was one more great devotee whose name was Sanatan. He was about 90-year-old. He was also supposed to take sannyas. And Narayan Maharaj, later on who became famous as Param Puja Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Maharaj, he prepared sannyas mantras and other facilities. At that time, these two great exalted personalities were rewarded with sannyas ashrama. At that time, there was a great devotee whose name was Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. He was a famous Kirtaniya in Gaudiya Math. It is said that although Gaudiya Math, they were among themselves, they were quarreling. They had so many branches and they had so many opinions. They were almost, many of them were fighting in the court also to own the properties. But this Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, he was given entrance everywhere. He was allowed everywhere. Wherever he went, whether he went to Gopinath Gaudiya Math or Chaitanya Saraswat Gaudiya Math, or whether he went to Purushottam Gaudiya Math, whether he went to Vedanta Gaudiya Math, like that. There were many fractions. Wherever he went into the Gaudiya Mathas, he was welcomed with lot of honor and respect. And he was given the mridangam to sing kirtans. He was having lot of devotion for Hare Krishna Mahamantra Harinam, and he was having melodious voice. All the time he would chant. Either he would do japa or he would do kirtan. If you ask any question, he will say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. One Srila Prabhupada disciple says that he never saw Kinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj sleeping. He never saw. Because he said, I associated with him, and before he went to sleep, Babaji Maharaj, means whenever he see Babaji Maharaj is awake only. When he was sleeping, he would see Babaji Maharaj is doing kirtan. When he woke up, he was saying Babaji Maharaj was doing kirtan. That's all. And in Vrindavan, you find his samadhi on the banks of Pavan Sarovar, near Sanatan Goswami's Bhajan Kutir. His Samadhi is still there. On his Samadhi Mandir, it's written, Trunadapi Suni Chena Tororiva Sahishnuna. Amanina Manadina Kirtaniya Sadahari. He was the embodiment of this mantra. And that's why he was able to chant 24 hours. And he was welcomed everywhere, in every Gaudiya Matha. That time he was doing Kirtan for Prabhupada's sannyas ceremony. And Prabhupada heard there were some Sanskrit shlokas were being recited. And they were loud. And Kirtan was little softer. Prabhupada would turn around and he would say, Jor se bolo, Jor se bolo. Hare Krishna Mahamantra should go on loudly. Then the mantras. And he would chant loudly. Somebody would tell him, slowly, slowly. Like that, entire ceremony went like that. Entire ceremony went like that. And that goes to prove Srila Prabhupada's love for Harinam, attachment for Harinam. That's what he says, na, Bhakti nahi, Veda nahi, Name khubadaro, Bhakti Vedanta name eve sarthak koro. Neither I have devotion, nor I have knowledge, Veda. I have only attachment for the holy name. And that goes to prove Srila Prabhupada's attachment for the holy name. That's how Srila Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, he chanted very lovingly for his dear God brother, that is our beloved Srila Prabhupada's sannyas ceremony. At that time, somebody had 5 paisa and there was one photographer. That devotee sponsored that 5 paisa to that photographer. He paid that photographer and he clicked that historical moment of Srila Prabhupada's sannyas ceremony, and we find that picture. It's Sanatan Prabhu, that is, I don't remember the exact name of other Maharaj, Muni Maharaj, I believe. Yeah. And Prabhupada, we find that picture in Leela Murti, we see there. And that photo was clicked for 5 paisa at that time. In those days, 5 paisa was a very big deal. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada, on this auspicious occasion of Vishwarup Mahotsava, on Bhadra-Purnima day, actually it's very interesting. When Srila Prabhupada boarded the Jaladuta, via Colombo Prabhupada went, Jaladuta went via Colombo, Sri Lanka. And Prabhupada writes in his Jaladuta diary, in the morning he got up the Jaladuta ship and he roamed in the Colombo city, and Prabhupada writes, it's just like Pune. Prabhupada writes there, Pune city. That means Prabhupada must have been to Pune city before taking sannyas. That is also there, before meeting Malhotra also. And thereafter, the Jaladuta comes to Cochin, East Coast, Cochin, and there Prabhupada's Bhagavatam gets loaded. His trunks of Bhagavatam, first canto, 3 volumes. And then one Acharya was saying, Prabhupada was feeling, now I have my ammunitions, now I have my arsenals, I have my weapons to fight against Mahadevi, to fight against this Kali Yuga. So Prabhupada took sannyas only for preaching purposes, and he was considering this Bhagavatam to be his main missile to attack on the civilization of Mahadevi. And this love of Srila Prabhupada for Bhagavatam is proven everywhere. He did not sleep throughout the night to give us Srimad Bhagavatam. Just imagine Srinivas Acharya, 500 years before, just to one copy of Srimad Bhagavatam, to get that one copy of Srimad Bhagavatam for Gadadhar Pandit, he traveled from Jagannath Puri to Sri Khanda, about 400 kilometers. And to get that copy, he took about 1 year. It was supposed to be handwritten again. And again he returned back. Still Gadadhar Pandit was not there. From there he went to Vrindavan to read under the guidance of Shad Goswamis. Just try to understand the great benediction given by Srila Prabhupada in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. He sacrificed his whole life to give us Srimad Bhagavatam. And today is that great day that Srila Prabhupada took sannyas to give us Srimad Bhagavatam and the lifestyle based on Srimad Bhagavatam. And today is the day when Vishwarup took sannyas, and today is the day when Parikshit Maharaj went back home, back to Godhead, and Srimad Bhagavatam appeared on this day. It is the great mercy of Srila Prabhupada and the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust and all the ISKCON authorities. They have made it available even today. We can easily buy it, and our ISKCON Juhu temple management, His Grace Brajahari Prabhu and His Grace Gokuleshwar Prabhu, have given some concession on this festival festive occasion on the Srimad Bhagavatam, we can just take it. You must have sponsored, some of you must have already paid for some Lakshmi. If you have not yet done yet, please contact me or any other devotee here, and we will give you Bhagavatam. It is written in this verse. Anybody on this auspicious occasion of Bhadra-Purnima keeps this Bhagavatam on the golden throne and donates it. It's not written. One keeps it for oneself. It should be donated. It should be given to somebody else, the third party. He will go back home, back to Godhead, supreme destination. So yati paramam gatim. Srila Jiva Goswami says, somebody may object, this is only marble asan we will be keeping here. But Srila Jiva Goswami says, wherever Radha Rasbihari are standing, that is a golden throne. Vrindavana ramya sthana divya chintamani dhama ratana mandira manohara tara madhe ratnasane bosiya chindui jane shama sange sundari radhika. It's a Ratna Simhasan, not only golden throne, it is bedecked with all the rubies, diamonds, pearls. Only we need to have proper vision given by the Acharyas like Srila Prabhupada. Jai Granthala Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Vishwarup Sannyas Mahotsav ki, Sri Bhadra-Purnima Maha Mahotsav ki, Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. Any comments, Brajari Prabhu, Gokuleshwar Prabhu, Radha Krishna Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Now there will be arati of Srimad Bhagavatam. Kindly please stand up on your place and there will be kirtan along with the arati. And thereafter our Bhagavatam distribution will begin. If you already paid or sponsored, please bring your receipt or screenshot. We will give you. If you have not yet done that auspicious activity, then you can do right now also. I am available throughout the day over here in the temple hall. Hare Krishna. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.